Aiden, have you looked at our architecture recently? There's no soul in the West.
There's less marble statues of our leaders.
Oh, it's phone time.
No, I'm sending it to
Phone time. This is fun. This is.
That's what you get. That's what you get.
That's what I get for laying down.
You don't finish your homework, you get this guy on.
Keep your tongue in your mouth. You spit in my mouth. You just spit in my mouth.
Back in your mouth.
It is.
I'm
making sure Son got out of the parking lot.
Sucking
I don't
on your
give
toes.
he did get out of the parking lot or not.
You don't. Sonny gets out of the
You
lot.
can stay in there like a sim when you take the door
Girl,
out of
I
the
got
house.
the
You don't mean that.
fatty.
Yeah, that's Sonny.
I'm sorry, we were talking.
Are you? Why do you keep?
Sorry, he wants
Why do
to
you have
sing.
yummy on your mind?
Why do you look like that?
Oh my god.
Am I not right? Am I not right from last time?
About what?
How he acts.
That he's being weird?
No, when I was Ludwig for the day.
Oh, I get what he's doing.
This is so normal. Like this is every day. You're acting like this is some kind of bit that you're one-upping me on, but this is how you are.
Hey, welcome back to the yard.
Woo! Episode
are you-
153.
We're back, baby.
Are you acting like a caricature
We're
of
back.
yourself?
What are you talking about?
That's kind of all he did this weekend. I'm not gonna lie.
No, he was just
No.
being himself.
He's
Why-
being a
that's
goofy
what I'm
gamer.
saying. I can't be me around him.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
I don't want to do that again, but I will.
So this is the guy you're talking about.
I love this guy.
You're telling
You've never seen
I'll
him
do
do
that
that.
again.
You're telling me Ludwig scrolling Donkey Kong Rule 34 while I try to call my dad on Father's Day isn't him being
All
him?
right, okay. So first off, let's back up. We went on a trip this weekend.
Yeah, that's like if it were a movie, that is the YouTube clip that would play.
And then we
play.
rewind.
Climax?
Yeah, and we go, and we all laugh, and then da-da-da-da-da.
We
song.
went on a trip this weekend all together. First time in a while because we
Yeah.
haven't been hanging out.
No.
We've been falling apart from each other.
Thanks to
We've been
Ludwig.
drifting. It's over.
We've been drifting. Everyone's
Everyone
been
knows
drifting.
it. Everyone knows it, except for me and you. We go back.
Please.
Day ones.
Please.
What the fuck are you
Our
talking
farm.
about?
Nobody's
It's
drifting.
2 barks.
We're drifting.
Nobody's drifting.
Anyway, we went on a trip to Open Sauce to do an activity that we did not know until we arrived.
Yeah, that was crazy.
We had no idea we did a shade show, which is you don't know because there's no live stream at Open Sauce.
You can pay to watch the panels, apparently. You can pay $20. And
I think it's worth
online?
You can watch them
yeah,
now.
that's smart.
and watch them online.
Watch them already?
Apparently,
They're up.
yes.
There's a pay-per-view live stream he's saying.
Oh, really?
That's what he said.
I don't know if it was live. I think it
Oh,
was
I
recorded.
see.
There's
Apparently
actually
last year
videos
it
of
took
the
like a
panels
year for
after
VODs
the
to
It
go
was
up.
not live. You're a fucking liar, and everyone's mad at
It
you.
definitely was live.
We did a little on stage show at Backyard Scientist, and right before we went on the stage, I tapped his shoulder and I said, "Do you know our names?"
Dude.
And he thought I was Doug.
Okay, pause, because when he went around, he said, just let me double check. It's Doug, Aiden, Slime, and Ludwig. And then
No,
you
that's
went,
not what he said.
No, he did.
He
No,
fucked
he
up
did.
my name too.
No, he fucked up
didn't-
he fucked up
didn't
his
say
Oh, what
names.
did he say for your name?
I don't
He
even
said
remember.
some
Zach.
other creator or
Yeah,
something.
he
He
didn't say
called
Aiden.
you guys the wrong names, and then nobody said anything.
He's like, oh, fuck,
And then,
virtual's
and then
here.
he double checked right before leaving, and he's like, all right, so we got Doug, Aiden, Slime, Ludwig. And then you're like, haha, yeah.
But this is not what happened.
Wait, what?
It's
do you
actually
this
not.
happened? It's not what
No.
happened.
This
I
happened.
shook his hand, looked him in the eye, and said, "Hello, my name is Aiden."
He said all of our. So he asked our names. We said them. He said all of our real names back to us.
Yeah.
And then right before going out, I asked if he knew our names, and he just didn't.
Did it.
And then he said
didn't.
I was Doug. He said Aiden was someone else.
Yeah.
He knew you,
You
obviously.
give off little Doug.
You give it off, Doug.
On
Oh,
a
damn
bad
it.
day, you give off a guy named Doug.
Definitely not from the
vibes.
tits down.
No, your tits are
no,
not.
Hey, not Doug, to be clear. Just
Doug.
Doug.
Just Doug.
No one calls Doug, just Doug.
Yeah, no, never.
You know, because that would make him like a
Oh, Double
nerd.
D.
Double D. You got Doug funny vibes
So I know why I call him Double D.
Yeah.
That's not his name.
because his big old titties, because his big massive breasts.
And he's always wearing a hat.
But he has big naturals.
And if you take off the hat, he'll get mad.
And his brother made the Stanley Parable.
Anyway, if you went to the live show, it was fun, and you probably will never see it until a year from now, apparently. Or if you spend $20, maybe you can find it somewhere.
Yeah,
We
you,
don't know.
you probably saw it if you're 8 years old or Mark Rober.
Yeah. Speaking of, there was a lot of kids there. So Open Sauce, we should explain, is like
It's a giant science fair.
Yeah,
it's
that's a good way to
basically
put it.
science
William,
fair.
it's William Osmond's event that is VidCon, but for maker YouTubers.
and
It's
it,
his pet project.
it had thousands of people there for sure.
And
I
we're
think
all
like
his
6,000
pets.
tickets.
I don't know exactly how many. There's thousands for sure, and then there's a lot of creators.
When you go
Yeah.
there, you have to say, William, I'm your little pet. And he goes, bark for me, pet. And you have to put on a collar.
The three
Don't
times,
oink.
the three times I saw,
Don't oink.
Yes,
He
you
does
oink
not
at him.
like that.
the 3 times I saw Will, he was despondent.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had
Dude.
the black look in his eyes.
I kept trying to say hi to him like all weekend. And I'd go up and then he would be like furious at something or dead in the eyes or just elsewhere. And I was like, oh, I'll come back later.
It's like in Dark Souls when you've pissed off an NPC and they just say ...
yeah.
You can't say
You're out of
anything.
dialogue
Go into
options.
the event planning ether.
But I get why, because it was a headache, because he had to ensure that the people who attended have a good time and then the creators who attended have a good time, which is a different thing to do.
Oh yeah, they're
Yeah.
baby. Because I was thinking about this a lot. So we were hanging around a lot of creators who are like big names.
Oh,
Like-
yeah.
like
People who are
biggest
on
in-
X.
People who are on X, the everything app.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Most of them have X accounts.
Biggest in the business.
Like
And
the people that don't even have to pay for the blue check, they just get it.
they just
get
get
it.
it, and they get to talk to Grok all they want.
Oh, God. Ask Grok about frauding right now on your phones.
Grok, if you're a subscriber to X Premium, I think it's called, talk to Grok about what the male act of frauding is of love.
Grok taught me to eat pussy.
Anyway, back to it.
No,
There's
what
so
I was
many
saying-
damn...
What I
Okay,
was
go
saying
ahead.
is like, all of these people are independently themselves. Like, if everyone else
Yeah.
disappeared, they would still be independently successful. And that is a dangerous group of people together. It's a lot like shit camp and shit like that back in the day.
Way bigger, though, because it's literally 150. Let's
Exactly.
go around for context. Name someone you met. Maybe that's a big-ass creator
Yeah.
that you thought was cool or some shit. You got it. I got one.
Sure.
Yeah.
I met Toby, who is a math YouTuber from Australia/New Zealand. A woman.
What?
What were
Is
you
she
saying?
beautiful?
She, she likes me?
And she's on jet lag. I watch her on jet lag.
Okay.
And I met her. I got to talk to her. It was cool.
Does she talk like Sky?
She does.
From Valorant.
She talks.
Does she talk about a day of work in the farm?
Okay.
She does. And I kept trying to peg her down.
Oh,
Excuse me?
Hey,
Don't do
whoa.
Wait, run it again. Just say it again.
Just say a
Just
different
say a different thing. Don't freak out.
I
Just
kept trying to really get. I tried to label her.
Dude,
I tried to
label?
I basically was trying to call whether she was Australian or Kiwi,
a New Zealander.
and I was
Tough.
The
and
E's turn into eyes.
It's a kind of a
simple.
fun game to play when you meet one of them.
I love playing what race?
Yeah, it's more than one nationality.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
what
are they
nationality.
not? Guys,
It's not what race. It's what nationality.
everyone.
What race I get every time. Brother,
I'm good at that one.
10 for 10.
You're either me or you're not.
That's bad. And then, but she wouldn't have it. She kept saying, she's like, I'm both.
Both.
I'm both. I'm both. Why can't I be both?
That's crazy.
She could be both.
Why can't I be both?
Where is that from?
Now, why is it
She's
you're going
both.
British?
She'll call me a little. She's both.
No, she's not British.
Oh, so you were in the conversation. That's fun. What else did she say?
What does both mean? You just said
She's both.
My favorite interaction with someone, it was someone Ludwig respects immensely.
Why are you saying it was so much disgust?
No, I'm not. I'm saying like it with force and power.
He was a great guy.
He was a
girth.
great guy.
Saying it was girth.
And Ludwig loves this guy. And me, Nick, and Aiden are talking to him. And Ludwig's probably pissed. Ludwig's probably mad that like
We're getting all the time with his favorite guy.
we're getting a little FaceTime. And I'm explaining how we did a live show and these two guys were scared except me. And then Ludwig starts walking in and I say, but he was the most scared because he wore an adult diaper.
Oh,
And it started crinkling. and I said, be careful. His adult diaper might start crinkling when he sits down and he'll hear it. And Ludwig, for the first time this whole weekend, which was very sweet, he kind of got a little annoyed. He's like, well, why are we talking about this when we're eating? Why are we talking about this putting food in our mouths? And I'm like,
Let's have a bit of
he
decorum.
doesn't want me to say this in front of the important
I will
man.
sometimes.
And I thought that was funny. And you know what, guys? Viewers at home, it did crinkle.
Sometimes slime is socially inept.
No, I'm not socially
And
inept.
I'll give you a great
I know
example.
exactly what I mean.
I'll give you a great example when slime was actually dumb and deaf. Is when we were exiting. We were exiting the after party, right? And we were in the lobby and we're talking to that lady who worked there, who I won't name.
Yep.
And then you start running, I think, the adult diaper bit again. and you just keep running it, and she is not in it.
No, she did not.
She's like totally a straight shooter.
Oh God, when you get just a blank face.
She's straight shooter hospitality. Like, can I get you any
To be
drinks? Like,
clear,
do you have a good time?
he only got blank faces to this bit.
Yeah.
But
Nobody thought this bit was electric.
yeah, nobody liked
but you know who
it,
did?
but she especially didn't like it.
You know who did?
You.
You two. You guys. Because you guys were giggling your fucking little tiny tits off every time. And that was funny. And
I barely giggled.
Even if it was just because it was a failing idea, you still laughed.
You want to know the truth? You want to know the truth? Sometimes I have to laugh at what Slime says because it communicates to the stranger that he's kidding.
That is.
I have to do that all the time.
Yes, that.
I do that all the time too for you guys when you fucking throw up stinkers. I go, yup! And then it hits the rim and bounces off.
I feel like you just have somebody there and you're just like fucking emoting. You're Fortnite emoting. And they're like, what do I do with this?
I think especially
in
in this crowd, I'll say I'll wipe a name off the list that I didn't meet that wasn't this person. If you met like Veritasium and did this at the event, I would be like, this is insane.
Well,
this is just not the person that I think this is gonna click around.
That low-key happened.
That did kind of happen.
Wait, really?
Remember?
I didn't meet Veritasium.
Well, I get the elevator doors are closing and I need to get in, and I see through the crack it's Veritasium, and I'm like, and he puts his hand on the button. The door closes and it reopens. I'm like, oh, that's
hero.
clutch.
He's a hero, man.
That's clutch.
Can you, just really quick while he's saying this, can you pull up a picture of this guy so I know what he looks like?
And
Yes.
then he said, this man saved 100 billion lives. And then put a phone back in.
So then I get in the elevator. It's me, Veritasium, and a third creator who I'll leave unnamed.
Sure, that's probably best.
Oh, I thought this guy was bald.
What?
I'm thinking of Vsauce.
Yeah, that's a different
Dude, this
guy.
whole time.
You thought this was Vsauce?
No, I just thought it's a V name.
He's bald in that picture.
People
Yeah, I don't
call
like
this
that.
guy Veritasium, and Vsauce's name's
Dude,
Michael.
he's kind of ripped.
Yeah, looks
Yeah,
great.
no, I think he's. Look,
looks
YouTubers
great.
get.
I
ripped
wish
when they hit that many subs.
Michael was there.
I do too. Anyway,
And this YouTuber who
Unnamed.
I do recognize,
Oh, yeah.
unnamed. I do recognize. I do know who they are. We're all in the elevator, and we do the social experiment. They're all facing this way, so I get in and I turn that way too. And I hear they're talking behind me, and the YouTuber says to Veritasium, "So where do you work?" And Veritasium, who's a little caught off guard because he's probably the most famous person at the event, arguably in the top three.
He would be in the top cut
there
at
are
least.
like to
Besides
his credit,
Fred
probably,
from YouTube, he is the top 3.
There were probably less than 10 people in that building of Cow Palace who did not know who he was.
I think if you are a YouTuber over 1 million subscribers, you know who he is.
But specifically that building full of makers, it's like you know.
Yeah,
that.
and then even more specifically here, if you don't know him, how do you even get here?
Right.
Cow Palace.
What was the
Pomona.
road? What?
Go ahead.
Okay.
That was bad.
Unbelievable.
I just say go ahead. Y'all are fucking.
Boo. All right. And Veritasium, a little confused, goes. He got asked the question, "Where do you work?" Which I think is a funny question. And he goes, I'm Veritasium." And the YouTuber's like, "Oh, I don't know. I don't know what that is." And then the elevator doors open, and then I walk out. And he got a little.
They make no exchange
He
after.
got a little mogged. It was kind of cool.
that is
Saying I'm
crazy.
Veritasium is so bitch made.
No, it's not.
Say
No,
I work
hard
on
disagree.
Say
No,
I work on
hard
YouTube.
disagree. No,
I do YouTube
hard
videos.
disagree.
Be humble.
Cue him
No.
saying Veritasium should die in a paramotor
I think-
accident
what
the
in
fuck?
3, 2.
I think it's reasonable because I think it's reasonable to think that someone would know what that is and not know like who he is maybe.
Right, because he does a lot of VO stuff, and you might remember a Veritasium video, but not necessarily the face. It's different than like, because like I get to say I'm Ludwig, and that's also what I am. But like if it's Michael from Vsauce, he would probably say I'm Vsauce, not I'm Michael. You know
No,
what I mean?
this is all bullshit. This is all bad because this is like Drake being asked at the party, like, who invited you? And he says, and he does this face. He's like, don't you know who I am?
The difference.
Isn't don't you know who I am? moment.
No, because Veritasium is invited to this event as a creator, and Drake wasn't. That is just the key difference.
Okay, but it's the same idea of saying you should know who I am, which is cringe. Because you know who didn't know who anyone was the guy that didn't let me and Aiden into the fucking back rooms where everyone is hanging
and then
out.
you got pissy at him.
He made fun of us. It was
Okay.
actually
He did
really
make fun
funny.
of
And you got mad
He
at him
said
for that.
if you guys were beautiful women, I would let you.
He said
in.
if we bring yeah.
Wait, that's
or if we
hilarious.
bring hot chicks.
It was, but he said it in a way that like he wasn't trying to be funny.
Wait,
he
what- wait,
like
what- where was
really
this?
meant it.
This is so. There's a
See,
creator lounge
Yeah.
where all the creators hung out
didn't have
because you
badges.
kind of got mobbed if you were in the main floor. And so I was trying to get these two in when we first got there, and I couldn't because I had a little staff badge that I yoinked, and they had no badges. And the guy was like, first day, and I can't lose my job. I can't let them in. And so I went to find someone on the inside, and then they were just like stuck talking to him while I was on the inside. And apparently that's when you got a bit
Yeah,
mobbed.
And he told us to hustle more and like get our money up, and then said we could get in if we were hot girls. And he
I will say,
put us through
you
the
got
ringer.
owned.
Before I walked in, I said, "Can I get them in?" And he said, "Maybe if you're PewDiePie."
Yeah, that was crazy.
And I was like,
So
fair.
what I'm saying is, this guy, okay, yes, he rules, and he probably drinks Mountain Dew and plays Call of Duty.
Warzone. He plays Warzone.
He plays Warzone. He also, when we finally did get our badges, he's like, you got it, and we're like, yeah. And he's like, you guys ever see Breaking Bad?
He did say that.
Yeah, and we were like, we had stopped because we were like in motion, and now we're like, yeah, we see Breaking Bad. He's like, you know when he's like, science, bitch. And we were like, yeah. He's like, that's the best part of the show.
Dude, I love this guy.
And we were like, yeah, that is the best part of the show. And then we just kept going.
I've seen 3 episodes.
Anyway, if fucking Veritasium says I'm Veritasium to this guy, fuck that. And that's who you should be kind of like.
No, because I think what he's really saying is you might recognize me by this name.
Yeah.
Well, then why not say that with all of your fucking words?
Because you don't have to use
You
all
can't.
those words.
Probably.
Then just say I make YouTube videos. I see this so hard lined as a binary.
But everyone here makes YouTube
I-
videos. It's a bad answer.
If I
Then
was
fuck
in
it. It's a
his,
dumb question in the
if
first
I was in
place.
his shoes, I would choose to answer differently because I see the point you're making. But
Thank
I also
you.
think that I agree with Nick. His channel is so big. And it's a company, and he's not the only guy who works there. He's just like the narrator.
He skipped a line.
It's like,
And I haven't heard about it.
dude,
it's
that's
so big.
That's crazy, dude.
Oh, no,
You
it's
know
not
who
that.
Messi is.
you're the worst
Mr.
example.
And I drive a car.
You literally didn't know who the most famous man alive
I'm
was.
not convinced you know both
that is
candidates
not an
for
exaggeration.
Barack Obama.
But Messi, I think
No,
Messi
he
is
doesn't beat Barack
probably the
Obama.
most
You're dumb as
famous.
shit.
I think he's probably the most famous man alive.
That's
Messi?
insane.
No,
A sitting U.S. president.
He's not most famous. Top 5. He's top 5.
Donald
easily
Trump.
top
He's top 5.
5.
He's top 5.
Okay,
And you
but that's
didn't
not
know who
number
he
one.
was.
We don't remember who is in top 5. We
Oh,
remember
yeah,
Mango.
we do.
Dude,
Yeah,
you
you
know
do.
the most. You know
We
most of the
remember
people.
Mango. Mango won.
You don't remember the 5th best melee player?
I don't know who got 5th in this tournament.
You don't, because our Moist Moguls.
That's hurtful. That's fucked. That's fucked because it's my boy.
Anyway, so vote on your phones at home. I didn't meet Veritasium.
If you're
He's
basically
probably
saying
fine.
it'd be better if he said, I make YouTube videos, his next question would be, what's your channel? And then he would say, I'm Veritasium.
which
So
is
you're
fine.
just- You're just mad that he didn't do one dialogue.
If I was to join his side,
Why
his
would
side
you?
for a
And
second,
why would you?
if I would to indulge in the
indulge.
intellectual exercise here, have you ever seen that clip of that Overwatch streamer in a Grandmaster lobby, and he slowly comes to the realization that he's playing with Luka
Yeah,
Doncic?
this is Moxie. This is Moxie talking about how he's playing with Luka Doncic.
And he doesn't. And he asks like, hey, do you have any hobbies? And Luka Doncic, who he doesn't know, is like, yeah, I play basketball. And he's like, oh, like for fun or like
to
in
be
high
clear-
school? And he's like, no, I play like on a real team. And he's like Dallas Mavericks. And he's like, is
The
that
reason
it?
this clip's all time is because Luka recognized Moxie before
Yeah.
Moxie recognized Luka.
Oh, that's sick.
It's such
Luka's
a good
like, you're
clip.
Moxie, right?
And then
he's like,
chat,
yeah, who are you?
his chat has to tell him who Luka Doncic is.
This
it's
would-
like
yeah.
literally one of the best basketball players in the world.
I would love if this happened and I was playing Luka Doncic on Tekken.
So in this case, right, Luka doesn't go like, I'm Luka Doncic.
He
Like, you don't
literally
know.
says in that clip, I'm him.
Huh?
Because Moxie.
not what he says
Moxie
initially. The first two times
but
he gets asked.
Moxie looks him up, and then Luka goes, "That's me. I'm
and I
him."
think that I'm saying what the equivalent of in this situation, instead of saying like I'm Veritasium, you say I'm a YouTuber.
We can settle this easily. You are mad about this social interaction. You've gone up to
I'm
more
not
than 5
mad.
people and said, "This guy's wearing adult diapers that crinkles." Veritasium is beating you in social situations.
It's true.
No,
That
no,
is
it's
true.
okay. Here, let me allow me to.
I also want to clarify. I'm
wanna-
not on his team. I just think that's
maybe after I just explain the cornerstone of my ideology is that I think celebrity as a concept is profane and disgusting. And when we lean on it to identify who we are to potential strangers with just celebrity alone, that to me is a fake thing
what
to
if,
do.
Let me give you an exaggerated example from the other end. What if say this whole interaction, but instead of Veritasium, it's the Pope. And the Pope is just the Pope's at open side.
He's got his fucking scepter.
He's got Jesus
he's
on
got
it.
The Pope standing next to some guy with Nick in front of them.
It's me behind
And
Nick.
the guy asks the Pope, "So where do you work?"
Are you like a Halloween thing? What are you doing?
And he says,
And the
He
Pope
says, "I'm
says,
the Pope."
and the Pope says, "Would you rather the Pope say the Catholic Church?" Isn't it totally appropriate
I
for
would-
him to say
I would-
the Pope?
No,
I'm the
it's
Pope.
not. It's not. I would appreciate because the Pope would be not this Pope because he keeps saying the F slur, but the Pope in general would be someone who understands the plight of the common human being, like
Right.
Christ did, and he would say, "I work in the Vatican City." I work for the church, and he would say that shit.
He might.
because just like public office, it's implied that you're a servant.
He would whip out his Italian and he'd say, "Arrivederci, I'm the Popey. I'm the Popey.
I'm the Pope.
I'm the Popey. I let the people cross the river.
Doesn't this Pope speak Spanish?
I let the Pope." No, he's Italian.
He's
he's not.
I
He's
had a book of
Argentinian.
apple.
He's out. What?
The current Pope?
But he work in Italy.
The one with the guy, the plumber
dude.
who like goes
Ain't-
who gets stars and is
Ain't he
invincible.
Italian?
No,
and he
he's
steps on them
Argentinian.
damn penis heads.
And then
He's allowed to be Argentinian?
Yeah.
That's actually kind of sus.
the Pope is messy.
I don't think it.
Oh, you know what? I've looked this up. This is a CGP Grey video. I'm sorry for mentioning it. Don't fucking take me down.
Great CGP.
Yeah, anyone can be the Pope. I can be the Pope. I remember wanting to be the Pope when I was young.
It's hard. It's hard to become a
Yeah,
Pope.
I looked into the work and I was like, not
That
for
reminds
me.
me of our new goal.
Become the Pope.
Get Ludwig an airport.
Yeah.
That's our new. That's our new thing.
I'd love this
If
idea.
you work at a small airport that needs maybe 5 to 10K in funding, and you would let that funding go to me naming it,
Like the Turlock.
Dude,
Dude,
could
no
even be
joke.
a couple
Turlock
months.
Airport.
Dude, 5-10K?
This exists in my hometown.
That's your starting bid?
Bro, what do you want to go higher?
It's all started because like a year ago, I flew out of John Wayne International Airport. It's actually, I don't think it's international. It's called John Wayne Airport in Santa Ana. And I was like, that's crazy. It's named after a dude who was in a cowboy in movies. And I texted Ludwig. I was like, how far off are you? Do you think you are from getting an airport named after you? And he's like, so far. Like he said, all
Because I was thinking about international airports, but like who the fuck's Logan, you know?
Dude,
right?
Hollis,
Who the fuck's
New
John F.
Hampshire.
Kennedy?
Who's Sky Harbor?
Hollis, New Hampshire, single terminal airport. Just a random little guy out there.
They don't have
Zipper?
I'm telling you, you can get the Lyndon, Washington airstrip named after you. 100%.
Dude, we open an airport in Hollis. If Josh ever fucking drops out of top 32, he has to go work there.
Yeah, he's got to be TSA.
He has to run the single
So
person airport.
We can keep the visa of our friend. We
Yup.
can find a way to maintain his visa, but he'll be punished for not being a good enough player anymore.
Yeah, for losing to John Dorskis.
By the way, you were a huge, and I'm gonna say it, at the airport.
what the fuck did I do?
You dropped.
We were talking about Kevin Hart going M for M
I'm not talking about that.
in the bathroom.
I am
What did you
not
do?
talking about
What
that.
did you do at the airport?
Okay. First off, we have to make a change, you and I.
What the fuck?
This is separate. Stop calling each other blood, especially in public.
What? Why?
This is, dude. I'm sitting in the stall. I'm in the bathroom. I went into the bathroom by myself. I'm sitting in the stall. I'm shitting.
It's a packed
And
bathroom.
it's a packed bathroom.
Full house.
Through the crack of on the other side of the door, I hear Slime and Ludwig walk in. And Slime yells, dude, there's so many people in this bathroom. Slime yells, Blood owns a vegetarian restaurant. Blood owns a vegetarian restaurant.
This is me and Slime arguing about like how rich Kevin Hart is.
Yeah, like no, it's how he got so rich just by being a comedy guy.
And I was saying it's not from his comedy, it's from his businesses. And then you go, Blood owns a vegetarian restaurant. Blood owns a vegetarian restaurant.
It's like,
say it.
You said it twice. You said it like you went Blood owns a vegetarian. Blood owns a vegetarian. Like you're Drake and Josh. So that's just starters. That's just an appetizer.
That's just a little bathroom talk for the bathroom boys.
Don't say blood. That's an aperitif for you. Second thing. Okay, I was walking into the line to go through airport security as you do.
Dude, I don't remember this at all.
You don't remember? Oh, of course you don't. Of course you don't, because you don't remember. You don't remember you're an asshole.
I'm like, what the fuck?
You don't remember you're an asshole. And then I'm walking through to go through security, and then you go through the like TSA pre-check line.
Yeah.
And you go wrong way, asshole. To me.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you did say that to him.
I don't have fucking TSA pre-check.
Which is crazy.
And so you're just mogging me for no damn reason.
You fly all the time and buy the most expensive tickets, and you don't have pre-check.
I don't have pre-check. I don't have pre-check.
It's because he has to go and do a little. He has to go somewhere.
He doesn't even have to. He can get his PA to do it.
How to get pre-check? I don't know how to do it. I haven't looked it up once.
Oh wow! If only you had a full-time employee who can do it for you.
I honestly also didn't think it was like that big of a deal. Like I don't mind standing in the line. I've never thought like.
You saw me and Aiden like Naruto arms back flew through that shit.
So I was gonna say, I was like, this is the one time in my life where I was like, man, pre-check might be worth it because you guys went through that shit lickety split. Okay. Yep. But now I kind of don't want to get it because standing in the regular ass line. How much it cost?
You know, I have to tell Archie to edit that out so you can continue flying safely.
What do you say?
I have to be the one that does that. I'm not going to do it this time.
I'm sorry. That's a lot for you.
I'm not going to do it this time.
Okay.
So either you tell Archie to edit out that or risk the TSA going, this guy's on our list.
No, because Archie will put a disclaimer that was a joke for comedic impact.
How much it costs?
It's like $100. I think it's like $100 for like 5 years or something.
Yeah, it's like.
And what do you go to Staples?
What you should actually do is you should get global entry, and then it gives you pre-check, and that's 5 years.
You have to interview someone, right?
You can do the interview online.
Well, I did global entry.
That's what I'm asking you.
Yeah, you do an interview. But it's harder now than it was when I did it.
You can do a little webcam.
Why did it get harder?
Like the wait list is longer.
Do they have a second on 9/11? Like what's going on?
I don't know.
You have to wait?
Yeah, it was a wait. You can't do it immediately.
You
get an appointment. Then you have to like go to a specific branch. You had to like go to a different state, right?
I got Nexus. This is like a different
TSA, you don't have to do this shit. You just sign up. You do have to go in. They verify who you are. I don't think England can do that.
You get Nexus.
But you should just fucking do it. Quit being lazy.
I'm just asking questions. I didn't know about this.
I didn't know about TSA pre-check.
I didn't know how to get it.
It's easy, man.
I'm asking a question.
You don't even have to think about it. You just get to tell Nicholas Yingling, get me pre-check, and then he handles it.
I've been giving him a lot of shit. I will say, from fucking sun up to sundown, the moment we saw him in the airport, the moment we left, all that Sunday, he was electricity, and he was extremely funny.
He was a factory that produces it,
dude, to hang out with.
When you walked when we were leaving, dude, our flight was delayed by 5 hours. And we were finally leaving. We're finally getting on the plane. Ludwig is walking away across the airport, away from us to the gate. And your ass is facing us. And Slime looks around and he's like, there goes the fattest ass in the airport.
I missed that.
How did he get those things in there?
And then Nick jumped on.
Yep, I did quickly.
And he starts barking at this fucking luscious pair of hams.
Yeah, I said, how do you fit both of them in there?
And Aiden didn't do shit.
No.
Why are you talking about my ass?
I don't want to yell about your ass in front of people.
Why not? It's the airport. Everyone there's pissed.
Okay, so after Open Saucers and after party, we're on a 40-minute bus ride.
Yeah.
And then you thought that'd be an opportune time to call your dad for Father's Day.
Yes.
Next to me.
Yeah.
And me.
I had to. I called him that morning. He didn't pick up.
Just been 16 years since I got to celebrate. Little Aiden wants to jump in.
Do for me.
Hop in.
I didn't do for me.
Hop in, be like, Pops!
He's like, hey, Pops, great
to
hear your voice.
Is that why you wanted to talk to my dad so bad?
Yeah, I wanted to talk to your dad, and you wouldn't let me.
I wouldn't let him.
You wouldn't let me.
That's gross.
I know.
I want my time.
I know.
I want my time.
That's what he kept saying.
I want my time.
He wants any time.
What do you do?
Amen.
And you're looking at King K. Rool pornography.
Pause. So I got upset because Aiden wouldn't let me talk to his father, and he had to spend our whole 40-minute bus ride talking to his father.
So what do? You rebel.
So I rebelled. I lashed out because I can't talk to. I have no one to talk to because we're in the way back. There's nobody next to me.
Why is the solution to me talking to my dad?
Because the solution is throwing you off the fucking bus head first. Did you want that? I'll throw you off the bus head first.
It's look at the alligator from Donkey Kong with a cock ring on.
I looked up.
That's you. And I have a normal conversation with my father.
Am I the asshole? I was on the bus ride, and the guy next to me called his father for Father's Day, wouldn't let me talk to his father, even though I don't have one anymore.
Yep.
So
that's a big part of it.
And so
Can we go back and repeat it?
Just to clarify, my father don't have one anymore.
Yeah, had one at one point.
One point, I had one. And then I looked up Donkey Kong cock and I scrolled through for 5 minutes.
Did what he was doing as an American with a phone.
And I want to clarify, just for the people who are playing Am I the Asshole at home, I wasn't like, oh, Aiden, look. I scrolled through as if I was reading Reddit.
Yeah,
So
that's what made it
So he
funny.
basically like kind of got like, you know, he's
It
spotted.
made it way harder to not laugh because he wasn't seeking my attention at all. I'm just literal peripheral vision, seeing him scroll through tens of photos of like
click on the ones that I
Donkey
thought
Kong
looked
with an
good.
8-pack and his cock out, and it's just like he just keeps
I
going.
love it, like
Bookmark?
But zero effort to like draw me into what he's doing, which just made it harder to not laugh.
Am I the asshole? And I didn't even know he saw it because he was like keeping it like 100 with his father. He wasn't like, Father, I'm sorry, I'm getting perturbed because I saw a Donkey Kong cock.
Yeah,
I was
sorry,
trying
my friend who doesn't have a dad is doing something independently by himself alone, and it's bothering me.
Right.
So sorry, Dad.
Unless the woke's taking that away from me. So
Is that what you want, woke?
YTA or NTA in chat?
Take away rights? Is that what you need?
I will say
is it
I,
our rights?
I did do you dirty one time.
When? When did you do me wrong?
You would tell him what you saw on my phone on the plane. Showed you a little message.
He doesn't even remember. That's how
Dude.
scarred he is.
Dude.
What happened?
He's so used to me when I show, because sometimes I do this where I pass my phone to him and it's upside down and he expects to flip it up.
Ludwig was across the aisle and we're on the same aisle on the plane, and he hands me, he's like, show this to Aiden. And he handed me his phone face down, so I didn't look. I kept the integrity of what was trying to be communicated.
And I know Aiden's going to think like, oh, that's some cartoon character with a giant penis.
Yeah.
Like it always is.
But he subverted.
Yeah,
He subverted
and I
it.
asked you because you see it, you instantly like crumple, like all the air got sucked out of a water bottle, and then I hand it back to Ludwig without looking, and I'm like, "What was it?" And you said, "I cannot describe it out loud in this place."
I couldn't say it out loud on the plane. It said
Not doing it. Not doing it. That's really funny though.
he had it typed out on iMessage, so it wasn't even. But he didn't send the message.
I know. I
so
thought
there's
as a fact, if I sent it,
there's
the FBI would
There's
fucking
no
find it.
record. He just deleted the text.
I know as a
and
fact.
I read
No,
this.
not an apple.
Instead of seeing Donkey Kong's penis like I expect, and then you asked what it was, and I was like, I can't tell you what it was. Like I can't say it right now.
Look at you going crazy on the beat.
That's super goofy.
Me and Dublin used to do this thing on flights where we'd start the same movie at the same time, and we're on the plane.
Dude.
We're on the plane, and I'm watching a movie. He goes, "You want to start one at the same time?" And I'm like, "Oh, we're back." And he's like, "What movie are you watching?" And I'm like, "You're not gonna like this." And he's like, "What?" And I'm like, "So I bought a movie on Vimeo on demand."
So cringe.
I love film, and I almost threw up.
And he refused.
So cringe.
He refused to go to a different platform to watch a movie with me.
Sorry, I want to watch the Dutch localization of Sallow in black and white only.
It's
Can we do that?
it's just the color red.
He was like, it's a
4 hours.
it's a really popular indie film called like Yellow Jack Hornet, and it won several awards.
You should have told him it was Japanese.
I should.
You should have.
And then I feed him the dub,
Yeah. You feed him
the auto generated.
or he just is already involved and he can't pause because it's a pain in the ass to pause.
No, it's a movie that halfway through turns to Japanese.
Oh, the final 10 minutes they all are Japanese.
I feel like he loves it.
Suge.
I thought that was
Yeah, well,
funny.
okay, we should explain fucking. I was
What?
kind of mad about this.
Explain what?
Well,
could
so
you
after
possibly
Open
be mad
Sauce,
about?
Explain this.
after Open Sauce, we all flew back together because I flew to Open Sauce Friday, flew back Friday because I needed to do unpaid intern on Saturday,
Electric.
which these two clowns were
Then
on.
went back to Open
And
Sauce.
then went back to Open Sauce Sunday, and so we all flew together on Sunday to Open Sauce, and then flew back. We all four flew back together.
We also all blew together.
Ooh, we all chewed together because that guy was there.
Little tabby,
You too teethy.
wacky tabby.
You're too teethy with it.
Too teethy.
And
I'm
then
not chewing on my shit.
on the flight, I booked first class. Sorry, it's just. I mean, come on. It's not. Look,
Because Papa has a seat on the plane, and it is in the front.
if I'm not 1A, I am.
You're 2A.
I am
You're
one
literally
day
2A.
going to hang myself.
gonna kill myself.
2A.
I will hang myself.
You weren't even 1A. Dude,
In
you added
Minecraft.
so
I can't
much.
wait to get
You added
stop
so
getting able
much.
to fly.
In Minecraft.
You know, just so much.
No longer.
It'll ruin your life, man.
We went on a okay.
Come on.
We really quick. We went on a party bus to the after party. They took all the creators on a bus. We got off. We were saying thank you, and I dropped a stinker.
It wasn't a stinker.
Oh, you like that?
I liked it so much.
What'd you say?
I said my Fortnite in-game name. I said Bahama Papa has thanked the bus driver.
To the bus driver?
No, I said thank you to the bus driver.
That's fine. That's fine.
And then steps away from him to
Yeah.
slime.
This is fine. If you had said the Bahama Papa thank the bus driver to the bus driver, I would probably not talk to you.
The timing of it was so good, I thought about it later. It was really funny.
So anyway, I got first class, and I was feeling good because when they call, the boarding, they're like, babies, people who have hard times getting planes.
Keep in mind, this
veterans.
is first class on Sky West. So he has a seat
on
that's like
Alaska,
like 6 inches.
Alaska operated by
Alaska.
SkyWest.
Yeah, it's
classier.
SkyWest.
It's classier when
It's
it's
SkyWest.
It's still Alaska's
I didn't
veneer.
know it was the lightest media group.
Anyway, they call it first, so I get up and I leave these three in the airport lobby, and I feel like fucking Julia Roberts.
We're talking about your juicy dumper.
The thing is,
We're
I didn't
hollering
know
at
that
it.
happened because I literally said I was walking. I was like, I'm not gonna look back.
Even though you heard us going,
I heard you chirping, and I was like, it's time for me to go my own way. And then I'm on the plane, and I'm thinking like, what am I gonna do when they have to walk by me all the way to economy? And I'm sitting there,
And you're
like,
sitting in 2A.
and I'm talking to the flight attendant. I'm like, maybe give me like 2 Diet Cokes. I just want to look like I got a lot going on. And then fucking, I'm 2A. I'm the second row. And then like Aiden and Slime pop in. I'm like, I'm gonna pretend I don't see him. And they don't pass me. They sit down in row 1. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, oof, they're not gonna be able to get away with this for long.
Sorry, teacher.
And I'm like, I'll let it play out. But then they start fucking chuckling like it's an SNL sketch.
you're like trying to get the mask out of the top to like get the attention of the flight attendant.
We walked in and we were like, bro, they put you in row 2?
And you guys just keep laughing.
We were literally a row above you. It
row
was
2.
so funny.
And it turns out that because this plane was delayed 5 hours, I think a lot of people took different flights. So it was very empty. And there was only like one person who bought a first class flight, which was me. Like I was the only fucking guy who spent that money.
Sucker.
And then they got free upgrades to first a row in front of me.
Yeah.
What's dad's a pilot?
Alaska MVP,
I know.
dude.
I know.
You talking to an Alaska MVP?
Have you ever been to Alaska?
Nope.
It's weird.
But when I land there, I know I'll be received like an MVP.
Confetti and
When
shit.
I walk out of Anchorage Airport, they'll fucking clap.
What leverage does Alaska have against a big plane that they have such a big airline?
Big
What do they
plane.
know?
Okay.
They shouldn't have such a big airline.
There's
For
probably a military.
starters-
You know what? It's close to Russia, and we are this close to attacking.
It's located in
We're sending our
Seattle.
Alaska planes operated by SkyWest.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Full of dudes. Also, dude, the flight attendant, she was so funny. So when you, another thing. So the flight attendant comes up and she's like,
Well, pause.
sorry, go
So it's
ahead.
us three up there, all right? And then she's
We're
like,
missing
hey.
a member of the yard.
She's like, hey, there's no one else. It's just you guys. And I'm like, can I go to row 1? And she's like, yeah. And so I'm row 1. You guys get mad.
yeah, we started hemming and hawing.
We're all row 1 together.
It's
all right?
fun. We're having a little fun on the plane. It's 1 a.m.
Before they take off, she's talking to the pilots, and the pilots are like, yeah, so it's a little bit like misweighted, so we got to move some people. And so they need to move somebody to first class from economy to balance the plane weight. And so she comes up to us, and you had walked by us.
I think it was misweighted to the front because you were sitting in the front.
we all
Yeah.
Feeling big right now?
They saw your hams.
Nick's talking big now, but when he walked by us and we were all three there, he looked like the saddest little pup because he didn't know they got upgraded. So he's like, what?
Dude, I'm like, you guys all...
all my
Yeah.
friends in first.
And like slapping 5 and shit.
And then he starts blowing up the group chat.
It's also
And he's like, guy next to me said that I'm the mayor of Broketown and they made a statue of me from shit.
And then I said it fell over and melted.
The guy next to me is wearing a Mogul Moves hoodie. And then I continued to say, he says he's from Poor Island. And in the middle of town square, there's a statue of me made of shit.
And then they started making announcements on the PA, and Nick said, cabin doors are closed, by the way, guys. Not sure if the front gets announcements. and then
I'm not answering.
No one's replying to me.
No one's answering.
We're like talking, having the greatest time. Just delirious.
You posted the seat number 2B, you say, and an image of Snowpiercer.
Yeah, well, it's because then she comes up and she's like, it's misweighted. We need to pull one person up. And she saw us like chirp at him as he walked by. And she was like, you guys have a friend that's back there, right? And
dude, we all looked at each other.
We made one of the greatest mistakes, I think, of our lives. Because we said, yeah, he's in 13D. And what we should have done is let you squirm back there.
Really funny,
We should have said, find a fucking 4 foot.
There was a Mogul Move. There was a Ludwig fan in the back with a scam sweater on.
He was sitting next to me.
Well, yeah, this is the weird thing.
He was literally the seat next to me.
We said, yeah, bring up Nick, and then she comes over to you.
She comes over to me and she leans over. She's like, your friends are all in the front, right? And I look up like, bink, bink, bink. Yeah. And she's like, why don't you get on up there? And I'm like, oh. And then she's like, we also need another person. And she looks at the guy with the Mogul Moves sweatshirt on. And she goes, would you like to be first class? He just hits a raw no.
Yeah.
He goes,
Which is crazy.
He goes,
hard.
no.
He might, because on the way there, I raw dogged the flight. No headphones, no water, no pissing.
It's an hour, Flo. Don't act like you're a hero.
I raw dogged it.
It's to San Francisco.
You didn't.
You're
You
in the air
didn't.
for
Hey, bro packed a fucking Switch.
Oh
You're
my
in the air
God.
for 45 minutes.
For day trip, you packed a
I
fucking...
didn't pack a laptop, you dumb bastard. I had
what'd
a
you pack?
book and my Switch. And I didn't want to carry them in my hands.
You couldn't raw dog an hour.
And you're being cruel right now. Guess what happened? I left my Switch on the plane.
on the business class plane?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
You gonna go get it back?
I had to fill out a fucking form, lost and found. They said in 30 days we'll get back to you.
Damn.
My Isaac file's on there.
Deserved for not raw dogging.
No, it's not
It's a
deserved.
bit of a lesson.
I miss it.
It'll come back.
So, but you know what's funny about that flight attendant? She was really cool. She was really funny. But she was, so we're up front. And when you're up front, Nick, you can hear
I was
a
there
lot
too. I got upgraded.
the pilots and the staff are talking about.
Right, we know this both
And
of
the
us.
pilot said, hey, the weight distribution's bad. Can you grab some people? And she's like, yeah, sure. And she did. She got you and she got some other
She's
people.
like, I'll grab the fucking biggest guy back there, just the fattest, most lard-filled man. And then it turned out to be Nick.
I'm going,
No, but you know what she said?
densest
I
man
don't
in
think
the
you guys
back.
heard this, but she went up to the pilots and she's like, yeah, I just like grabbed whoever was looking at my ass.
She says that?
Yeah.
That's funny.
I'm like, that's
Nick, you
really
dog?
funny. Yeah. that's
Wait, she
fucked
actually
up.
said this?
Yeah, she did. It was
dog,
really
bro.
funny. She only said to the pilots, but I'm right there, so I heard that. And
That's the things you hear.
I
in the
didn't think
front
she
row.
saw.
You hear little things.
I'm so full.
Are you full?
I'm full because I've been eating so good.
I thought we were gonna get
eating?
lunch. What do I get to eat now?
I don't know. You got to eat whatever. You know what I can make for you.
I want some high protein, so give me it.
You want something high protein? What else
Yeah.
do you want in there?
Maybe Cox.
Wait, it can't have a lot of. It
Maybe
can't
you?
take a lot of
What do you want in
time.
there?
Maybe just chicken.
Do they got
chicken?
penis?
do you want to make money off of our ad reads? Is that what you do? You want that?
I can't ask
Because it sounds like you don't.
No, I can't ask
Because it
questions.
sounds
Don't
we have
cancel me
a
for asking
delicious
questions.
factor
Oh,
sponsor.
this is an ad
and he's
read.
doing a delicious factor segue
don't
into
cancel me for
giving
asking
and you
questions.
instantly say cocks and penis.
I can't cancel
And
me.
I'm a culprit here too. But at the end of the day, if I'm past a layup like that, I'm not saying cocks and penis inside of a little plastic wrapper.
What if
And that's why. And it's not what they do. To be clear,
They don't have it.
They have calorie smart, keto friendly meals.
They have fresh, never frozen, chef prepared meals ready in 2 minutes. 0 dick meat,
Zero, dude.
as far as I know.
Well, I guess I don't know what part of the animal that they're using.
Let me put it this way: if Factor does put dick meat in their meals, you can be sure that is 1, fresh, 2,
Part of Pride Month.
3 cancer free?
Premium ingredients.
good for you.
Hygienic dick.
Dude, don't make it about hygiene.
Only
man.
the cleanest penises. You can they got filet mignon, shrimp, truffle butter, broccolini, asparagus. Probably not penises.
Tier list: filet mignon is best meat. Second best meat: chicken. Chicken's very good. Third, shrimp.
They got
talking about
they got taint.
It is for
They got
for what?
taintless?
What's best in what?
like meat.
In a factor meal, like when you order it.
Oh, like tasting?
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, the filet
I also
mignon's
like the
very
filet.
If you
yummy.
want to try what Ludwig's trying and what Nick's trying, you can go to factormeals.com/theyard50 and use the code yard50 to get 50% off plus 20% off the next box in your subscription.
But how does that make sense? You get 50% off and then 20% off. Is it 70%?
You get 50% off the first box and then 20% off the next.
You need to keep eating
so
food to survive in the world.
first box half off. The
Because you
second
can't
box
buy
is
one box and be set.
Right.
In that case,
A box comes with quite a few meals too.
Yeah, it comes with a lot of
A
meals,
box
a lot of
could be a
variety.
meal.
And,
Amen.
Don't
okay.
dap me up. Don't touch me.
And while we deal with this social nightmare of an interaction, let's get back to the episode. Hi, okay, the grippers are out. Show them your bad toe.
Dude,
Don't show them.
Your toe is so weird.
We're talking about food. Don't show them.
Blur that out.
Go back to the episode.
Put that in a plastic wrap.
I really didn't want to go to Open Sauce just because like I haven't been doing a
You don't
lot
have
of
to explain. Everyone understands why.
You
They have
didn't
listened to
wanna
enough
go?
episodes.
No, I was
Everyone
just
knows.
I was just like,
What did you want to do? Lie
No,
down?
I'm being serious. God damn it. I
What
probably-
do you like wish you were doing
You
instead?
probably didn't want to lay on the floor at all. Or like,
Well, like play
Tekken
Tekken.
probably
was
for 8 hours.
exhausted.
Watch
fact?
Tekken videos. Watch Liam watch Tekken videos.
Liam would never watch Tekken video, you fucking idiot. He would never watch Jod mix it up with Nina
So you
Williams.
didn't want to go.
That's crazy.
And then obviously I
did.
go.
Did you look at a single booth?
Yeah, I went. I took a lap. There was a
tour.
giant Macintosh computer, but when I went, I was like, there were two things I really enjoyed. One was going to it because it was really fun. I'm not kidding. And just because we were friends with William Osmond, I probably just wouldn't say anything if we went and it
was
sucked.
bad.
But it was really fun.
It was good.
Yeah, it was dope.
It was like
sick.
it was very like scuffed, but
In like a fun way.
in a fun way that made it feel zero corporate. Because almost every con nowadays feels incredibly corporate. Like
I
a
think
VidCon
also
or
there's
TwitchCon.
all these booths, which gives you the illusion of like, oh, there's so much stuff to do.
Yeah.
But then when you go actually look at the booths, it's like, oh, you draw anime girls, you draw
Yeah.
anime girls,
Yeah,
you draw.
right.
I hate
you
TwitchCon.
sell
I'm
anime
a-
girls.
Yeah.
I'm a huge convention hater. Every convention I've ever been to has been extremely boring because
Yeah.
at the end of the day, there's no substance to it. And this is the first one I've ever been to where going around the convention floor was genuinely fun because
I think the
every
terms-
little booth was like a discovery to be made.
I think the term's kind of cringe, but like everyone there was makers, which ultimately is just someone who makes shit.
Yeah.
Everyone who had a booth, and the booth was just like William said, it's like a science fair for adults. And it was funny because if you have a booth there and you're doing something like building it, like having 64 Nintendo DSs all linked up to each other or whatever, you're doing this because you yourself think it's cool.
For zero profit.
they're-
or
you're not
earnings.
trying to, like,
I don't even think that part is true. I think a lot of the booths were people showing off a product that they did want to sell at the end of the day.
But a
like it
lot
was going to
weren't,
come out,
which
and a
is
lot
cool.
weren't. But I don't mind that those people were trying to
sure.
sell the things because they were often really interesting, unique things
I
that I
think
was
if
like,
they-
oh, that's a cool product. That's like so creative that you came up
But I
with
think
that.
what's special is the ones that aren't, because that you never, ever find a booth at a traditional convention
Yeah.
that isn't for profit. They're all for profit. It's either
Yeah.
advertising or selling. And there's a
It's
guy.
just profit or not. It's people who see something missing in the world from their opinion, and they fill that gap with that thing.
One guy made a toilet that shoots the shit back out at you.
Dude,
That wasn't in the world before.
that's what the fuck I'm talking
true.
about.
There was a
baby.
booth. There was two. Emily, I think, or Emma.
Emily the
They
engineer?
both have the same name,
Oh.
but they engineered a piano that sprays water at your face if you get the notes wrong.
Oh, cool.
Oh, yeah.
And they were listeners of the show. Me and Aiden both did their little thing, and I gave them an idea for a swipe bidet collab.
Yo.
Where
bidet is wired to it.
yep.
And powerful
And
stream.
it's on the most powerful setting, and when you play the piano wrong,
And because the swipe bidet, the swipe plus is such a powerful stream. It's like those jets that cut diamonds, and it will bore a hole straight
I think it
through
should be
your
the opposite,
skull.
so-
It's sorry, Ludwig. The bidet
Yeah.
will
Yeah.
bore a hole
Right.
straight through your
Straight
head.
Right.
Through your third eye.
Here's the idea, right? You have the swipe bidet, 2 nozzles. First nozzle's water, very delicate, lovely. If you're playing the notes right, you get a note wrong, you start boofing like beer. Hot chocolate,
it's like
shoots from
sriracha.
it.
It's
Just start boofing sriracha going straight up the
Boiling
ass.
hot chocolate.
And then you're like, oh, I gotta get the notes right to get
Miso
rid of this
soup.
boiling hot sriracha chocolate. Yeah,
good.
I played one of the booths. It was a mashing game. And I got there Friday, which is when everyone was setting up. So I was the first one to play it. He's like, come play the game. but it was on it's like a big red button attached to a huge metal plate. So I picked up the whole metal plate and tried to double thumb. Not really possible.
Yeah.
So I got like a score of 57. The guy goes, not great. Didn't realize how much of a mistake that was because like 50 people came up to me like, I beat your score. I wasn't very good. I beat your score. I thought you were a masher. It's like fucking.
I thought this was really funny when I heard about it, and now that you've given me the details, I feel bad for you. Because this is like when you're a melee player who loses at ultimate, and you're just like, I thought you were
melee player who loses at melee.
I took a video of that so we can see that later.
Because
I will put it in. I will give it to Archie, and everyone can see it.
It's similar. It's a similar experience where you had a weird controller, but you lost, and people would think you would win.
You played Puff.
Oh, so you lost to me? I didn't say it.
I lost to him with Fox on a third-party controller.
Words, not mine.
You played.
Just to be clear,
second best character.
I also had third party.
He's doing the
on a third-party controller.
I also had third party.
The sticks didn't work.
I also had a stick that didn't work.
Bro, you don't have to hit angles on Puff.
I had a higher APM.
Not the way he plays. He's hitting angles.
Thank you.
rollout is an angle.
Thank you.
Being right, just being truthful.
Man.
The truth, because I've been on X Everything App a lot, truth matters.
It's all on there.
And I don't want you to fucking obfuscate it.
Don't obfuscate.
I want to obfuscate.
You know what doesn't care about your feelings, Aiden? I'll let you finish the rest.
Think about it.
Is it X?
X
Anyway,
does not. Well, Grok does, but
Will did a great job. Is
yeah,
what we were
awesome.
trying to say.
Oh, the other thing was that I said there were two things about why I liked it so the thing so much is because also I was with you guys and we haven't hung out in a long time together. And I realized when all four of us are together, if someone came up to it, we were in the airport on the way home right before we talked about Ludwig's juicy dumper, and a fan came up and he's like, "Oh my god, you guys!" and which was happening all weekend, which is really nice. And he was like, we were having a debate about the ideas of what cheating is and doesn't constitute in computer games.
Yeah.
And it was like, we were just like having
extremely
a talk.
nerdy debate that no one in the airport would appreciate listening to at the volume we were having.
Yeah. And then a guy just comes, he's like, yo, can I get a picture and all that shit? We're like, yeah. He's like, it's weird that you guys were just talking to like having a conversation like you would otherwise. And I'm like, yeah, dude. That's what I'm talking about.
That's how it go.
That's how it go. But I liked that idea that the camera's on or off, it's the same shit. And I like that, and it makes me feel comfy.
Camera's off.
And made me appreciate you guys.
We still run $1,000 on cornhole.
Oh,
yeah, I got to pay that out.
Hey,
how about you pay it out?
I won't.
How about you quit dodging me?
So,
You're not gonna pay it out.
I'll run up a dab.
We're at the after party. After party's fucking excellent. I don't know how much I can leak because there's an NDA.
I
don't know what the hell
I signed it. Don't know what's on it.
I don't know what's on it. So I'm just gonna say some shit if I get sued. I'm sorry. But anyway, we're at the after party. They have cornhole.
Who do I pay?
And pay me out, baby.
You're paying Slime.
Pay him.
So
yeah,
I think you said you want to play him in cornhole for a rack.
For a rack.
One rack.
I was down, and I would have crushed that.
And cornhole's a 2v2 game.
Crush that.
Really quickly, I was trying to find you on Venmo.
Pussy Slayers.
No, I know it. And I just typed pussy, and there's so many horrible names on Venmo.
Whoa.
What?
Yeah, so
People would misappropriate usernames on that?
Pussy Pounder 69, Pussy Fuck, Pussy Banger,
Your girlfriend sent me money on Venmo?
Pussy Maggot.
That's gross. That's gross.
That's gross.
That's
dude.
crass.
Yeah, and I told her to change it. But
Your girlfriend, we went to, this is a separate thing, but we went to dinner and I paid for dinner because I don't mind doing that.
Me neither.
And then after, people were like, can I Venmo you? I was like, no, don't worry about it. You can get me a drink at the next location or whatever. And then Zipper 2, without saying anything, after hearing this, sends me money.
Can't do that.
Just sends me. I know.
You gotta send it back.
She has done this before. Every time I do it, I send her back the same amount she sent me plus $1.
Yep.
And she won't win the war. You won't win the war ever.
You won't win the war. I know you're fucking listening too.
Ever. Let's go giving band for giving band.
Venmo won't let me say eat shit in the notes, so it's gonna take me a little second.
That's unfortunate.
So I definitely want to be mean to you.
So Slime drafted me on his team. Aiden drafted Nick. And what can I say?
We made it happen.
All-star fucking performance.
We sent some airmails. I will say the LVP, blood on the left of me.
No, dude.
Damn.
What?
Who was it?
We played like the same.
So who's the
Ludwig
I'm
was
asking,
just sinking.
I'm asking
It's
a
true.
question. Who's the
Ludwig
LVP?
did carry you hard.
You're saying I was the least valuable player.
I don't want to say it, but he's bringing it out of me. I don't want to say it. This is how blood throws. This is the line.
Again, we have to stop saying blood.
That's how Ludwig does it. I learned from
Talking
you,
about,
Dad.
talking about me or him?
No, he's way past the line.
Oh, slime?
I learned
way
from
over
you,
the
Dad.
line.
I don't.
The
First
coach
off,
didn't call it. We had someone coaching. Or,
We had a
ref.
ref.
I
We
didn't
did
call
have a
because I'm
ref.
trying to have fun.
we had a
Yeah.
ref. Slime throws horribly.
What?
Yeah.
It's just true. You just throw like really fast.
What about my airmails?
Those are better. But
It's because I was trying to like slide it and hit Nick's bags and make them
Keep
break
your eyes on your own bags.
you know what? You
Aiden's ankles.
know what I love about Aiden?
What?
He reacts the
His
same
milky.
to
never mind.
every competitive game.
Yeah.
Whether it's melee, basketball, or cornhole, he has the same stakes in it personally, regardless of how good he is. Because like he's all right at cornhole, but like I would sink a
You're
triple.
acting like you're the pro of cornhole. This is so
I'm not.
funny.
Look,
He's all right at cornhole.
He's all right at
played
cornhole.
3 times.
It's
in
I
his
feel
life.
like you got a Bush
But, like-
Bean sponsorship, dude.
he'd be like, this guy would be
Like,
up like
Gavin on the beat.
He'd have one extra on the board. I'd be last to throw. I would sink a triple, and he'd be like, dude, what? You're so mad.
I'm invested.
Beat yourself up mentally.
I'm invested.
And I was
and
just
I want
listening
myself
to,
to,
the most,
do better.
I was listening to the most mid DJ of all time, just hitting my little moves.
I loved that DJ.
I think that might be my game.
Cornhole?
I was
You're
crazy.
not that good.
Bro, you want to put the 500 you won
I
one-on-one?
actually would.
Well, I am down.
Let's do it.
You know-
Really?
Yeah, 100%.
I have cornhole.
I'm down.
That's
do it.
insane.
I'm down.
Winner take all.
You-
it's a bracket.
You know I go hole for hole.
Dude, when
We
you
go hole for hole.
Fuck that.
Fuck that.
Yeah, we'll go hole for hole, but the other kind in parentheses. Send each other butthole
Hole
pictures.
for hole. Fuck that. We can go pussy hole.
Pussy for pussy.
We'll work on that.
We can go maggot foot. No.
God.
I just I don't
science.
want to think about that phrase again.
What else happened at Open Sauce?
We did the fucking panel.
It's funny because it was in a slaughterhouse.
Shot a cannon at a
wasn't a
child.
slaughterhouse.
I don't know why
saying that.
William Osmond chose that venue.
It's called Cow Palace.
There were literally drains on the ground for blood.
San Francisco. So much human shit
In the
Yeah.
city? Yeah.
on the
I
ground.
didn't
Yes.
go to
I didn't
the
go into the
actual
city.
city.
I took 2 of our yard employees to a Japanese steakhouse on the night that you guys were not there yet, because they were working so hard. And it was like playing Frogger,
Of poop?
but the cars are human shit.
I didn't know it was crazy like that.
Yeah, they got a lot of shit out there.
Yeah.
Oh,
The
that's cool.
Tenderloin? You ever been in the Tenderloin?
No. Everyone calls it the Tenderloin. I
Yeah,
don't like
it's
place
called-
named after meat.
It's called Tenderloin on the map.
yeah.
It's the Tenderloin
Called
district.
It's
Tenderloin
not.
because that's what they used to fleece the cops
It's not
with.
super nice.
Oh, okay.
And
Cut some meat. That's what our Uber
But
driver said.
That's what
tenderloins
the
are
Uber driver said,
delicious
yeah.
and juicy.
That's why you would fleece cops with them. You'd promise them some tenderloins.
Yeah, because cops all like meat.
They love
They
big
all like
meat.
they all like pig
you,
meat.
You say
Yeah.
It's like that pig on the Man Show that used to feed bacon. That was crazy. I know I'm 34, but you guys should look that up. It was a pig named Bacon that Jimmy Kimmel and Adam Carolla would feed bacon.
like the car.
What?
Who's Adam Carolla?
I'm just happy you asked that question by not knowing.
Is he the guy in Step Brothers?
Nope. Don't worry about it.
I was
Don't
happy
worry,
I
man.
got to dump liquid nitrogen on Slime's head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great.
that
I
did
thought
happen.
it
I
kills
didn't-
you. So we
yeah.
did that live show.
I didn't know that.
And that guy,
Backyard artist.
Backyard Scientist, which actually is his real Christian name.
Yep.
Mr. Scientist was his father. And he had liquid nitrogen in a big tank, and he's like wearing gloves and shit. And then all of a sudden, he's like, let me pour it on your hand. And I'm
Which
like,
I'll
what the
say-
fuck
Game
is
changed.
this?
Game
I
changer
did
said
quite
that.
a few things with liquid nitrogen that day that I didn't know you could do. Like I dunked my hand into the tank.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing that really hurt was when I cupped my hand and held it for a while.
Oh yeah.
That really did.
Because it boiled the hand a bit.
It was like burning.
Dude, it's scary. I thought it kills you.
I ate a McDonald's hamburger frozen.
Yeah, I think the 2 highlights for me, because this was an audience filled again with children who yearn to learn,
Yearn to learn.
is when
They yearn for my knowledge.
Slime said, "We all on this stage renounced Christ because he saw the magic of science."
And I relationship ended with Christ. Science is my new best friend.
And then when Aiden looked at the big gun that we used to
blunderbuss.
shoot air,
Yeah.
it was an air gun, and he said, "That's the gun that kills Shinzo Abe."
He's
That
like,
was really funny.
He
That
brought the
got me.
house down with that.
To the poor kids out
It
there.
looked like that.
It was a lot
You're
bigger.
acting like it was an audience full of like children from
there were
elementary
a
There
school.
were
lot
a
of
lot of
kids.
kids.
There were a lot of
And they
kids in
should
that audience.
know
Bro,
how
it was
Shinzo
so-
Abe died. They should know how he died. And
They shouldn't even know about Shinzo Abe.
Why?
Why not?
Racist?
What do you
What?
mean racist?
I'm confused whose side I'm on. Can we all synthesize? Can we just pick clear arguments?
Ludwig wants to hide the truths of the world from
it is
children.
unnecessary for a child to know about Shinzo Abe
Why?
because I think it is better to put information in their head that's more valuable at that age.
At what age do you think it's appropriate to learn about Shinzo Abe if you're an American child, bitch?
I would say 14.
talking about
So 13, no.
Yeah.
We hold off on that.
I think
Well, it
Mark.
depends. If you're 13 in 9th grade, then yeah.
I think Mark Woba made the Guido bomb.
I remember,
Dude, you guys-
don't you remember back in 5th grade where they would separate the boys and the girls, and then you'd watch your little documentary about Shinzo Abe?
Yeah. You watch those Shinzo
They had
Abe.
to, after that shit happened, they had to make
Yeah.
a new
No, I
documentary.
remember when they split the class, like, who believes in God? And then it's like, okay, you're doing Christian theory, and then the other ones are doing science. And they split them up because you can't do both.
You can't do
Can't
both.
do both.
They don't work
Well,
together.
Wait, what were you saying?
I was saying the meet and greet, you're also a little menace because at the meet and greet, everyone come up and then you guys be like, "What's your favorite Mark Rober video?"
Are you fucking serious? You're complaining about that? On for one, saying on 3, what's your favorite Mark Rober video? And then saying it was like Glitter Bomb 7.
That's
or
what they
something.
did.
That's
I
funny.
did do this.
That's what I did.
Because every time-
I love doing that.
I did this
Let's
a
think
lot.
about what you did
Yeah,
during the meet and greet.
because-
Where about the first 30 people that came up, you asked the person that came up, do you think the West has fallen?
Yeah.
That's what you said.
You kept
to the
asking
group.
about Bushido.
I thought
Do you think the West has fallen?
I thought I would find some like-minded people. Right? I thought I would find, because we don't build like we used to build. Aiden, have you looked at our architecture recently? There's no soul in the West.
God.
There's
The
less
soul's
marble
gone in the West.
statues of our
Oh,
leaders.
it's phone time.
No, I'm sending
It's
it
phone
to
time.
now.
Phone time. Phone time. Phone time. Phone time. This is fun. This is
Zipper, I
fun.
sent you a picture if you can bring it up so these fucking jackasses quit braying at me. Well, every time someone brought up Mark Rober to me, who I don't know who that is. If also you could bring up a picture after.
Mark Woba made the Guido bomb.
And he made the Guido bomb.
He made the Guido bomb.
He's
But-
probably, just to clarify, right now the second most famous American YouTuber.
Whoa, really?
What?
I
Probably.
think so, based off like average viewership per video.
I think the problem
and
with
total
the,
channel
I think the
size.
different when you say famous is like I feel like less people know him as the
second
individual.
most
But if
successful.
you say like, have you seen that video where it's a glitter bomb package and
Right.
they try to steal it? Everybody's seen that.
This is
shit.
Ludwig unironically in the airport in the morning. This was, I said, 10 minutes within seeing him.
You're
He's
saying-
wearing his jacket inside out like a Ronin's coat.
You're saying it like this is crazy. I'm just
This is a
bagel.
normal picture, I think.
No,
Thank
but
you.
but you keep talking about Bushido, and it's like, stop! You're being embarrassing. This is the equivalent
was
of
not
me
being
saying
embarrassing.
blood in the airport is
I
you
was not
wearing
being- I
Him
was-
wearing this?
No.
like this, like
No.
it's a
What
ceremonial
argument
robe.
do you think you're making?
To be clear, this is a dumb argument. I was in this airport and I was cooking because I made a place that serves breakfast create a croissant from scratch for Aiden.
That's actually not true.
It's true. I went up.
What is widowy cooking?
And so, but people kept saying Mark Rober. I don't know who that is, but I know who Markiplier is. So every time I would just say, yeah, bro,
just a different guy.
He made that Five Nights at Freddy's video.
Just, it don't make sense.
This guy looks like David Dobrik. Am I crazy?
Yeah, he's just wearing a hat. That's literally it. They both wear hats.
Yeah, I don't
That's
know
like
who
David
this
Dobrik,
is,
man.
dude.
All right.
And the thing is, dude, I'm most people.
No,
Most people. You ask
no.
someone at the
Glo-
grocery
I mean,
store.
globally?
Yeah, someone at the grocery store.
Oh, globally. You and everybody in mainland China and in fucking India who
If you ask someone
who
at the grocery
don't
store,
know who Mark
do you know who
Rober
Mark
is.
Rober is? No.
I think, honest to God, if we were to go to a like,
Not to shit on Mark Rober. I
if
don't
we
know.
were to go to like a Walmart and ask if they knew Mark Rober, a lot of people would say yes. The glitter bomb videos were so viral, man.
I'm saying just get out of your fucking mental bubble of
It's
everyone
not a bubble,
knowing
dude.
everyone.
These
I'm
went
not
like
saying everyone knows
Facebook
everyone.
viral.
They got, like, hundreds of
grandmothers
millions.
have seen
But
this
they
video.
don't.
hundreds of
You don't get
millions.
it.
No,
You-
I
you
don't.
don't
I
get
don't
it.
get
How
it
many
because I feel.
Americans?
You give him
Web content is viewed more than
I thought
film
you
and
were-
TV.
He's not on
You
your
were
side.
doing the-
He's not
the
on your side.
Guido Bomb
That
voice
90
again.
That has 91
that's just
million
YouTube.
views. 91 million views.
Do you know how many views this has on Facebook? It's
Like
insane.
another 150 mil probably.
And if you play it backwards, it
If
says
you go
murder
and click on his,
Jesus.
if you click on the side arrow thing on the gray text right below 157 videos.
Wait, he was at Open Sauce?
It'll scroll down. It'll tell you total views. Yeah, click that. Yeah, he was at Open Sauce. Total views 6 point something billion. Is that right?
Yeah, 6.4 billion.
Billion with a B.
Wow.
With a B. That's a lot.
He gets mogged by Coco Melon.
Yeah, true.
I
More
didn't-
people know Coco Melon.
I don't know who that is.
All right,
That's
well,
cool. I'm not saying this as a point
whatever,
of
man.
pride. I'm just
Whatever,
saying sometimes like YouTube is just a tiny little baby dick. Like
I think
thing
it is,
with-
but
I
I think
agree
he
with you.
it
transcends
looks like
it.
an acorn.
I actually fully agree with
Acorn
you
on
when we're
pelvis.
talking about YouTubers like
Like who?
like blood.
Anyone in
Like
particular?
who? Like I don't. Like I don't.
like there's guys who do gaming on YouTube.
Sure.
And,
Okay.
and I get what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying?
But like my dad knows who that is.
you say you know who Mark Rober is. He goes yes. Or does he go?
no,
"Kinda,
in
yeah,
the context
fuck
that I
it,
was explaining,
guess."
he doesn't know who
I
Mark
heard
Rober
this
is.
when he talked to his
but he
father,
knows-
even though my father's dead,
but he
on the
knows
bus
the
ride.
glitter bomb
Because he
guy.
I
went
don't
to
think that's
death.
the
He was the
equivalent
glitter
of
bomb
seeing the
guy,
glitter bomb
dude.
video and then knowing
That's
Mark
like
Rober
half
by
his
name.
videos,
I just,
dude.
I
That's
was
what I'm
looking,
saying.
I
I
was
think
looking at
there's a
King K
difference.
Rule Cock when he brought it up.
Dude, when you open YouTube without an account, Mark Rober's video is just the first one it shows you.
I understand this, but I am saying there's a difference between I saw the glitter bomb video, I saw Wombo Combo, and also knowing who Mark Rober is or knowing who Homie Waffles is, right?
Sure.
Like
This is actually the same debate as the who's more famous, the Pope or
It is.
because we measuring influence versus
Right,
knowing
right,
by
right.
name. It's the same conversation.
And I think it's to claim the my dad saw glitter bomb as a Mark Rober fan view. That actually is that's into.
I think Mark Rober isn't as famous
Look,
as,
yeah.
Guys,
as,
check
as the
this out, check
videos
this out.
themselves.
Wrong. Wrong.
I will say,
every time.
like certainly YouTubers aren't like a lot of people did not know me there because I'm not in the maker space. A lot
You
of people.
had tons of people come to you.
I'm saying like
make
other
crud.
creators also like some creators didn't know me, and I knew that because I hosted the Family Feud segment, which was like kind of last second thrown together. It was fun. It
How
had
was
level
that?
scuff.
Yeah, I didn't even see it.
And it was basically like Team Dumb versus Team Smart. They picked like a bunch of really smart looking engineers and then 5 women, which I thought was wrong.
That is wrong.
It is wrong.
It is wrong.
But that's
shouldn't
what
be
Will did. Will specifically did this. I was the host of it, and we had a good time. Right? I was doing the Steve Harvey. Like someone, it was like, what do you do when you procrastinate when you have a work project? Doug was like, masturbate, and I was like, you can't say that. And then it would come up, and I go, what? And then after it was done, people came up to me, other creators, and they go, wow, great job hosting. Like you should do YouTube.
No way.
Yeah, like a lot of people
That's sick.
liked me for hosting, but didn't know that I did YouTube or like what I did for YouTube.
I love that. That's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hope that in the hearts and minds of at least one human being, I will be first and forever known to someone as the bald guy who got liquid nitrogen poured on his head.
Who renounced Christ on
Renounced
stage.
Christ. I think that's funny. I think that's cool.
That is.
And it's fun just to be like a quote unquote like nobody at a place like this because you just get to like walk around and be like, who are you? Who are you?
I had like the somewhat opposite experience. Of course, it's like nothing like going to like TwitchCon or something, but I was surprised at how many people either knew our show or listened to our show.
I was all surprised.
I was like kind of mind blown at that.
Yeah, the viewers for sure, a lot did, yeah.
I'm saying like other creators.
Oh, okay.
there.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like I met a lot of creators. I was like, oh, I'm Nick, and they're like, oh yeah, they are. I know you guys. I was like, that kind of blows my mind.
Who people who listen to us and like us, man?
There was like I don't remember a lot of
Try a
names.
little
Well,
J.O.
Nile
session
Red
going?
and his dumbass hat.
Don't fucking talk Nile Red like that
Then
ever
how about
again.
you say what you said
Ever
about his
again.
Did he have a
hat?
hat on?
He sold one of the ugliest hats
Oh.
I've ever seen in my life. Nile
Nile
Red.
Red,
If
Oh,
you're
the one that
watching this,
says Nile Red on it?
I spent $30 on a hat that had Arial bold font that said Nile Red.
You can't be charging
And it was
$30 for that.
$30, and I bought it proudly because I love Nile Red and his content.
Now you seem like a really
Nile,
nice guy.
you
Both
very
times,
nice guy.
Both times I've talked to him, so
He's
lovely.
so sweet.
You can't sell that
Nile,
hat.
you wouldn't wear that. I know you wouldn't.
You also didn't
But
buy
I bought it.
You didn't buy it for your
Also,
love of Nile
it's
Red.
crazy. His name's not
What?
Nile.
Yeah, I did. Yes, I did.
You bought it because you wanted to hide your face on the way to the creator space because you were getting
It was practical, but I bought it because I
you would have bought it if it's
so many other hats I could have bought.
If you would have bought it if the only hat on the way because it was literally in the straight line.
Open Sauce's booth was also on the way. Then they sold more hats.
No, but you would have had to go around.
There's
cow catchers that make you go around to the Open Sauce.
He made purple gold.
This is literally a booth that was next to ours, and he could just grab it without even slowing down. And if it said 1488, my best friend is the goat, and it's a picture of Hitler, you would have bought that hat.
He's gonna hit some shit. Oh my god.
And so you're doing this because you know I'm right.
My
I just
God.
want you to be truthful about why you purchased that fucking hat. To be
Just
fair,
want to clarify.
to be fair.
No. I need to cut this in because you just said that. I would not buy a hat.
To be fair,
That says
you wouldn't buy that.
you did say, I really like that shirt. I'll be back to get that, which I do believe.
Would you wear it on opposite day?
The not
The
red shirt.
Hitler one or the not red one?
The Hitler one.
No.
Dude.
Dude, that's fucked up.
No, you're correct. Because
what
this
the
is not
fuck?
opposite day right now. You're fine.
If it
Would
were,
you would you wear it on not opposite day?
I don't think they've cracked this one yet. We have to reach singularity to get
it was
this
also
answer.
interesting to see Ludwig try not to get fan swarmed, and I'm like, wow.
It's some work.
Huh?
It's some work.
I told Nilered, I'm like, hey, one of your videos is stuck on my homepage right now. I won't leave. And he goes, which one? And I was like, I made an apple taste like a grape. And he goes, so what's wrong with the thumbnail?
Dude,
And I was like,
what a question.
He's right.
I was like, nothing. I'm like, I remembered it. Isn't that mean it's a good thumbnail? He's like, well, you didn't click it.
You also kind of mogged him by saying that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. But I felt the energy was there. It was-
All right.
It was fun.
That's a great question.
And his thumbnail guy was right next to him.
Ooh.
Which I didn't know.
His thumbnail guy's his homie, which is cool.
Yeah.
Same thing with wait, was it Nile Red's two editors?
Yeah.
They're
They're his
they've
homies.
known each other forever. It was pretty cool.
Oh, by the way, next week,
Next week, baby,
Goat's back.
goat.
Oh my God.
The goat.
Why are you talking like that? What the fuck is that? What is that?
Because I messaged him today. I told you how we have a tattoo appointment.
Yeah.
And we had planned it in advance. And then
Yeah.
I told him, hey, it's coming up. And he goes, that's tipped off. And I was like, dude. And he's like, sorry, you got to reschedule it. And I'm like, it's so annoying. So we had to reschedule it. I mean, he wins tipped off, so he kind of gets a pass.
He won
wins.
the tournament.
He
Mega won the
tipped
tournament.
off.
We
I
have a
message
deal.
him after he
Dominated it.
wins. I say, hey, congrats, GOAT. Talk your shit. Let your nuts hang. Comma. We have a tattoo appointment. We rescheduled it. It's coming up next weekend. And he goes, yikes. And I'm like, dude, there's no way.
That's weird. Why-
There's
what's his reason?
And he goes, I'm drunk. Message me again in 3 days.
So he's just being
It was
difficult.
2 p.m. today.
He was being difficult.
He's celebrating
That's
the
my
win.
fucking
He
goat.
likes being
Celebrating the
difficult
win.
sometimes.
He was drunk at 2 p.m. today.
Well, I know he's drunk because he messaged me and he says Whispers Yard episode because he likes speaking in emoticon.
Yeah.
And then I said, yes, sir, my goat. And he said, you can pour some honey on me on the episode. And I said, love that. And he said, I'll take it like a dirty little goat slut like I am. Let me know what day I'll be there.
Let me explain something, by the way, and this is just, for me, it's every day. And for some people, it's not.
Right.
But while the GOAT was winning the tournament in grand finals, these three guys were talking to someone they thought was more important. I was sitting
Whoa, it was
on
on-
the...
we had the screen up.
I was
had
sitting
it
on the
on.
floor on my phone watching the GOAT, cheering my
What's
dick
hilarious
off.
what's hilarious about this is we not only had the stream up on the table, we were explaining it to him.
Yeah.
Wait, really?
Yes.
Thank God. I'm happy to be wrong in
You're
this
about to
instance.
throw a stray.
No, it wasn't
It was
a stray.
watching.
It
That's
was
a stray.
directed.
That's a stray.
No, it was directed. I just you
We were
guys
like-
didn't
we
do
were like
the
necessary.
crime.
We were like, this is our favorite player. He hasn't won in a long time, and he's really close to doing it. And he's like,
Which
oh.
is so funny to explain to that specific.
Yeah.
Beast mode. I'm so
But
happy.
we watched the whole time. We're hardcore
was
fans.
great.
We're fucking backstage before
Thank
we went
God.
on watching.
Yeah, we
were
had-
in the,
we had
we were in the
Ludwig's
creator lounge talking to people, still watching.
We had Ludwig's phone up, and we had my phone on a shoe, and we had like a entertainment center.
We had a hub.
Because it was the multi
I took a photo of you
stream.
guys.
And we had 4 people come over and crouch and be like, what's this?
Yeah. Oh, you played the old one?
Yeah.
Why
Oh,
you
this is
playing
the
that
old
damn
one.
old TV? I said, shut up.
kept doing
Odds
that.
one out.
They kept slobbing. He
I'm
didn't
fucking
do
busy.
that.
No, he didn't.
He was chill
He's
about
funny.
it.
I talked to him. We've sparred. We have an eternal bond.
You guys have actually. I feel like does make you closer,
100%.
or farther apart.
No,
If it goes bad,
I think it's if he concussed me. No, I'd be closer. He'd be God now for me.
I need to say
you have to
something.
listen to him.
Yeah.
What do you need to say?
I got to bring it up.
What?
I'm not happy to do this. I've talked a lot about it. I kind of want to preface it by saying I fucking went undefeated in basketball, shot a 2 over Aiden to win the game winner. I'm
Slow motion, right?
I'm doing this
Splash
not
City.
to hurt you.
Splash City.
I'm doing
air,
this
slow
because I have to
motion.
follow up and say the day in between Open Sauce where I came back and we did unpaid intern.
I scored so many points.
After basketball, we went to dinner and then to a bar and then a karaoke.
Okay.
And
What a crazy night.
Yeah, I'll kill myself, by the way.
And we're all
He likes
hanging
doing
out.
that shit.
I'm
You
not in
should have
town.
invited him.
all hanging
I'm
out
not
together.
down. These guys
Point
just,
girl came up to me at Open Sauce and was like, dude, what the fuck? The 1 week I don't go to basketball, you do all this cool shit? And I was like, I didn't go. I wasn't there.
It was fun. We had a great time. But one of the games that we started playing, because Shake got back in a trivia crack. Trivia, you remember that game from like high school?
what?
Yeah.
Wait,
Yeah.
like the one that you can win money?
Wait, this is
This
the,
one.
the one
Your
where
phone's
like
off.
you,
Oh,
That's the
Black
Black Mirror.
Mirror.
Oh, shit, dude.
this one.
Okay, try again.
It's the one where you
Yes. Oh, I see, I
spin
see.
Yes.
and it gives you a
Unbelievable.
category. So we got back into that.
That's
it turns
crazy.
out it's horrible. So we started playing cup pong on mobile.
and you're getting
And
dusted.
he beat me 6 times in a row. Cup
That's
pong.
fucked
It was
up.
really
Oh, and that's why
fucked
Connor
up.
was watching it.
He beat me 6 times in a row.
Connor eat pants.
Oh,
We should check if
really
Shake
bad.
is like, like if he can memorize a city in 10 seconds, like by looking at it.
I think he could memorize like 1,000 digits of pi, and he might need it because he's gonna run out of a job soon.
Yeah.
Shake is on the chopping block, and
chopping
we
block.
always joke about it, but this time it's for real.
It's always been for real,
It's
but
not
like
real.
it's action's coming.
Because where the fuck is the basketball video?
Where is it? Where's he hiding it?
Is it like it's like somewhere in the computer?
He went
I
on Polite's
assume-
computer and
I don't-
deleted it.
I assume he keeps
Started
saying it's
over.
inside his hard
Where
drive.
is it? I
Why
don't
is it
know.
hard?
If I
Maybe
asked
your
Grok
family
to make
has
it, it would be done in what, 5 seconds?
Maybe.
Grok
And what's
would
weird is
put
he
it
has
out quick.
terabytes in his hard drive with the P. The P to
The
terabytes.
terabytes. Like a dragon.
So anyway, I had to give Shake his kudos because we mocked
That
him a lot.
sucks. I hate
reason-
giving Shake his kudos.
The reason I didn't go that night, why I had to leave basketball early, was I went to Zipper 3's friend's birthday.
Oh,
at
it's the mushroom
beach.
seance, right? Oh no, sorry, that was last
Sorry.
weekend. My bad. Last
Different
weekend.
thing.
My
Different
bad.
thing.
My bad.
Different
I
thing.
went to. Have you been to Dockweiler Beach before?
No.
Have you guys been to
That's
Dockweiler?
the villain in Sonic?
Yeah. And Dr. Eggman, I don't even know what you're talking about. I don't know what this is.
What is it?
What's
It's just a
Dockweiler
beach.
Beach, man?
Oh,
It's just
okay.
a beach in
it-
Then
SoCal.
why
It's a
did you
popular-
ask if we've gone there?
Dude, because it's a giant beach in
I
SoCal
don't
that you can
do
like
that.
have
I don't do
bonfires
that.
at and
I don't
shit
do
like
this.
that. You don't do this?
Bonfires are
You've never been
dangerous
to- you
for
lived
one.
here
It's
for
dangerous
so
for
long.
one. For two, beaches,
danger
sand,
issue.
yucky.
And the story is that you went to the beach?
The beach is the beach is packed out, and the main reason that it's really really crowded is there is a graduation party of high school students, and there's like 500 kids partying
they talk about me?
around this.
They talk about
Did
me?
they talk about Nick?
Yeah, they said he came to their graduation and talked about how to beat off or something.
Whoa.
Whoa,
I wouldn't
Nick.
do that.
Nick, well,
You said
You
you
might.
would do that.
did say you
Well,
did
no,
say
I
episodes
might,
ago.
I might teach them how it works. Like a
Okay.
teacher or
So
like
that's-
a
Which is
mentor.
crazy
what
because
he said.
exactly what he
Not like a
said.
demonstration.
that's
No one said there was a demonstration.
There isn't, so good.
Now I feel like there was a
It'd be
demonstration.
like I'd have a health book that I wrote.
right.
You can teach them about
Like
anything.
a
You can teach them about
notebook.
camera lenses. I don't
yeah,
know.
or like editing.
I don't
Or
know.
like
It wouldn't
Falco combos.
It wouldn't transfer into life skills.
Yeah, that's true.
Right.
That's true.
Like
So anyway, you're at the beach.
But this party is gigantic. Like I've been to a party like this maybe one time in my life. And all of these kids they're a little rowdy and they look like they're having a good time, but there's like fights breaking out on occasion.
shit.
Like kids fucking
that's cool.
going at each other. And then the fight will like disperse and they'll just go back to like dancing and hanging out. And a lot of the girls at the party are twerking. They're just
Okay.
like around in different spots on the beach.
They're
twerking
goddamn
while
American,
people
right?
have speakers set up and stuff like that. They all look like they're having, this big group of people looks like they're having a good time.
They all heard that Mango won.
They're popping off about tipped off. This was on Saturday, so he hadn't done it yet.
They knew.
And they just spent all day watching the double quad stream.
Yeah, he just reversed 3-0 to egg money.
And we watch as the party kind of slowly gets rowdier and rowdier, and the beach cops pull up in one of those little golf carts.
Yeah.
And the golf cart has the lights on, and they're kind of circling the party, but it's just 2 cops in a golf cart.
Dude, that's a tier below mall
The
cop.
kids don't give a fuck. Like,
Dude,
they're not even reacting. They won't talk to these guys. No, and they keep doing this thing where they like park the golf cart in a new position and get out and then like try to talk to somebody, and everybody's just ignoring them.
Dude.
Nobody will interface with the golf cart
Talk
police.
to our media liaison, please.
But then another cop car pulls up, like one of the beach trucks, and then they try to do the same. They're kind of doing this like cow herding thing where they're like circling the group of kids. Still, nobody fucking cares. And there's these giant lifeguard towers on the beach, right? And it's getting late, so there's like no lifeguard on duty anymore. And have you guys ever seen the video? It's called Leadership by a Dancing Guy, or Leadership from a Dancing Guy. And it's like this dude at a music festival, and he's like dancing in the grass, and it's narrated and explaining in like nature style narration how a movement starts. Like this guy dancing alone, and then eventually how one person decides to join him, and that gives the encouragement to one more person to join them, and then it explodes into a giant crowd, and the whole thing is on video. Mm-hmm. This one girl decides to climb up the side and onto the top of the lifeguard tower, and she is maybe this video.
Oh, I've seen this.
And she's maybe like 20, 30 feet in the air, and she starts twerking on top of the lifeguard tower.
She's the queen of them.
In front of the cops who are trying.
They all start vibrating like bees.
Trying to stop the party and get her to come down.
It makes the Hypnotoad sound from Futurama.
She's twerking on top of the lifeguard tower in front of the cops who cannot get her to move. And then one person decides to climb the side of the lifeguard tower. And then we watch, it's like World War Z.
Dude.
We watch this like crowd of like 30 people climb the sides and the front of the lifeguard tower as they all like dance and twerk in front of the police who are parked in front of them. And then about 5 minutes into this, you hear sirens down the street. And on the ridge that you take to get into this beach parking lot, you see a line of like 6 cop cars coming down the road.
Real cops.
And turning in to go pull up and like shut down the party. And then this doesn't stop. It's like 3 groups of six cars come in at once, and then the police helicopter comes.
Dude,
what?
And the kids,
I'd pay for that shit.
Dude, this is exactly what I thought. They have a helicopter that comes to start and circle the beach with a fucking headlight. And the police brought flare guns, dude. And they shoot flare guns and drive the group of kids off the beach over the course of like the next 20 minutes.
Dude, it's like real war.
Dude, and
we need more twerkers on the tower.
Nothing crazy is happening. Like, nothing insane has happened.
They're twerking on the tower. You're not listening to your own story.
The West has fallen. Listen to Bushido.
The West has fallen.
The East would never twerk on tower.
And this is also, Dockweiler is right below LAX. So the whole time we've been there, like the couple hours, there are giant jets flying really low overhead, like maybe every like 2 to 5 minutes. So at one point, it's dark, there's flare guns going off, this chopper is circling, police sirens are going off, and jumbo jets are flying like a couple like 100 feet above the helicopter. It's like max sensory overload.
And then someone spent $5 million on a house that's just experiencing all this.
God damn it.
They probably got the fucking cops.
And they shut down, the beach is supposed to close at like 10 or 11
was it
or whatever.
someone's birthday? What was it?
So we were there for somebody's birthday, because people just gather there and go on weekends to have like bonfires.
And they're all there for this birthday?
No, they were there for graduation.
They were there for their high school graduation. We're not hanging out with the high schoolers.
So you're there with them, right?
Remember when we threw our papers out of our backpack because we were done with high school?
You've said this before, and you yearn for a time that will never come back. Because
We'll never have backpacks.
The kids now don't have backpacks.
They don't have backpacks.
They don't have papers. They throw their Chromebook in the air, and the keys shatter.
What do they throw up in the air now? Vaccines.
Their iron suitcase.
They have a bag full in the school.
Use needles.
Dude, the kid that brought a briefcase to school can't throw it. Because he's wearing a suit and he'll crumple it, but it's too dangerous.
It is tied to his wrist with a what do you call them?
A handcuff?
Yeah, that's right.
They got at the end of this, they got all the kids to disperse onto like the top of the hill to like leave. They aren't letting anybody else come into the beach anymore. They're shutting everything down. And then that golf cart is like coming back and up through all the other groups of normal people who are there, and they come over to us and they're really upset and they're yelling at us that the beach is closed. The beach closes in like an hour. Like that's not, and they kick out our fire and say, this is a legal fucking fire. You need to leave right now. And then I could have you arrested for this. I could give you a ticket right now. And I was like, and then I looked him in the eye and I said, okay. And then he said, give me your ID right now. I was like, I just don't have it. I don't know what you want. And then they drove away after kicking over our fire. And then that's how the night ended. And then you had to drive through the hordes of kids who are just like still fighting, still starting fights on top of the ridge, like in front of the gate that you have to exit. Cool. And one kid was banging on the window of our car as we pulled out to like go home. It was crazy.
That is nuts.
And I was pissed because I was like, wow, it's amazing that these police like harassed these children and also like swatted and broke into our home. It's like, it's good that that's what they do.
To think instead you could have gone to karaoke and sung beautiful songs.
I think this was more eventful. This was more worth it.
I was probably watching Ridiculousness when it was happening.
Whoa.
In the hotel room.
In the hotel room?
That's why you were at there.
I went on Saturday.
That makes sense.
And then you don't hang out.
Yeah.
I was playing Teppen.
Big voice.
Teppen. Can I give you one more? Am I the asshole?
Yeah, of course.
Does it have to do with me?
AITA.
It has to do with who's in my mouth.
Who's in my mouth?
We were in
the cashew on the tip of my hog and bounced it into my mouth.
We were in the parking lot. Well, sorry, we were leaving the airport, right? You know, we all arrived together.
Yeah.
Late as hell. And then I rode my Vespa to the airport. And so I'm leaving on my Vespa.
It's like 1 a.m.
You didn't just ride your Vespa to the airport.
Huh?
You didn't just ride your Vespa to the airport.
What you mean?
You know how most people go to the airport with a vehicle. They pay for parking.
So this is the M of the asshole.
No way.
Parking's like $24 a day, and it technically went over midnight, so it counted as a full day. So like bumped up to like $36-40. And with my little Vespa, I skirted around the gate. Zipper, you skirt around the gate one time or two? Yup. I feel like it is.
I guess just put me on the cross now. I don't know. Just put me on.
It's what I do in exchange for being a organ donor, and it's gonna happen. Do I not get any rake back? I get nothing for the organ. I don't get to skip a ticket.
Genuinely, you put it that way. If you're an organ donor, you can skip tolls and gates and parking fees.
I get one extra Chick-fil-A sauce too every time.
Bob Hope needs it.
They need the money.
Bob Hope needs that.
The money.
They need your coins.
If someone in fucking the comments pipes up and I find out that like it comes out of the wages of the attendee because they track it or some shit,
that's
100%
really bad.
Illegal.
Wait, no, not like that. But the revenue earned by the parking structure goes to the airport.
Yeah, but that doesn't change.
It wouldn't change their pay.
Like the pay.
No.
It would just change
because that would mean trickle down economics works.
If we steal a candy bar from Walmart, if everyone does it.
What kind of candy bar?
Nerds rope.
Not a candy bar, but it would matter.
What about when I go to Walmart and I mess up the Hershey's section and then I make the Feastables one look nice?
Do you think if you had enough kidney stones,
you could make a nerds rope?
You could make a nerds rope.
I'm trying to make this nerd rope. You know?
Yeah.
Which nerd? Look at the nerd you want.
Him.
Oh, I thought you were looking at him. I thought you meant him.
Trying to make
eye contact with him.
I think it's fine. I think you.
Of course you do.
Well, sure. I'm a bit of a.
You don't care about all that.
I'm a bit of a freedom fighter.
Freedom fighter.
Open sauce made me pro-religion and anti-science.
Wow.
Why is that?
It's a really big.
I don't know. Mark Rober was there.
Yeah, but fucking
that guy's all right.
was a shit game. So who cares?
That guy's all right.
What does that have to do with God? If you loved God, you might be closer to that.
I know he's the goat.
Oh, I see.
But he said on his YouTube page we just brought up, he said he's a friend of science.
You're a Christian evangelical.
No, that's the thing. That's how he infiltrates.
Friend of
You know what I
science.
mean? If you want you want to convert the other side, you gotta act like you're one of them. I see his game.
You're like, hey, check out this glitter bomb video.
Mark Rober is like Le Pen. He's moderating his message for a better foothold.
We're tackling politics. We're tackling religion, and we're gonna tackle how even if I were to shave my head bald, I would be just as famous as I am right now. All this and more on the premium episode, guys.
I don't know if we have to remove that.
I would be more famous, just to be clear, if I was bald, possibly.
Remove it.
Dude, you shut the fuck
What,
up.
what do you want? What you want in school? You want them all to have blue hair?
Well, we have to remove the jokes about.
You're the one who
And
said it. I didn't say
I have
it.
to message
I didn't say it.
Archie because we have to cut that.
We've all said some things we shouldn't say at one point.
I'm not sure if I'm guilty of that. But
Does that make
you know
me?
what?
Does that make me?
Am I wrong?
Was he wrong when he said? Was he wrong when he said you're the fattest ass in the terminal?
He said
not
something that people shouldn't say. You shouldn't talk about fat ass in the airport.
I got kicked out of SFO for, you guessed it, talking about Ludwig's big fucking ass.
Can't talk about a couple hams anymore.
Okay, honey baked.
Too much about some hams.
Honey baked fits right in my hands.
We'll see you on the Primo. Fuck, there was one last thing I wanted to... Oh, yeah.
What?
It was really nice meeting the fans. Everyone who came up was
The
pretty
fans?
cool.
Thanks for coming up.
Everyone's cool. One person I didn't like.
I also didn't like one person.
I had one person.
We'll talk about those people.
We will name them and we'll link their Patreon.
And we'll describe them with a police sketch artist so you can see what they look like.
Say their address.
Okay, see you in the Primo. Bye.
It made me feel cross.
Why did that cross you?
Because it made it so transactional.
What do you mean?
It's all
dude?
transactional.
Lie to
fucking
me!
idiot.
Lie to me!
Oh.
You want to be lied to.
I don't care if it didn't feel good. Lie to me.
Say, yeah, I did 3 times.
Yes, and I was vibrating like a treadmill.